All right, well, today is Sunday, February the 20th, 2022, and right now at about 8:30 p.m. here on the West Coast, we have a temperature of 49 degrees. Here in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a relative humidity of 91%. That's jumped up quite a bit. It was around 66% at around 4 o'clock, 4:30ish. And then we have a dew point of 46 degrees, and the barometer is down at 29.74 inches. All right, so right now in Southern California, it should be pouring rain, as we can see here from the long wave infrared map. This is a moisture field moving right into Southern California, which is right where the tip of the pen is. We have a low pressure system right here, which is being squashed by satellite transmitter. We see no condensation around that vortex, only here on the east side of that. And that's yesterday. And now we have today. This is all moving in today. This is a 200 frame loop, by the way. So it covers a couple of days, roughly speaking. So we have, once again, there's that low pressure vortex. We should be seeing condensation all the way around that little weather system. But that was squashed, and the jets were up spraying. The specially equipped jets were up spraying the skies with the aerosol chemtrails, and that is what is blanketed the atmosphere and prevented the lift necessary for the precipitation process. So once again, we need two components to have rain. We need moisture in the atmosphere, and B, we need lift in the atmosphere. And so the aerosols, chemtrail aerosols, blanket and cap the atmosphere. And we all saw what the skies look like today and yesterday. The spraying operation began yesterday. And if we go outside right now in the dark, the jets are up spraying right now. So, Wigington, if you're listening, go outside at night and you're going to see the jets spraying at night, because this is all about stopping the rain and preventing rain, and it has nothing to do with blocking sunlight. That is a secondary, unintended secondary consequence of the spraying operation. If they happen to block the sunlight while they're preventing the weather or preventing the rain, then that's what happens. Okay. But as we can see here, this should be delivering rain. Now let's go ahead and look at the Doppler map right now for the entire state. Look at this. This is really quite astonishing. All that weather moving in, all that moisture moving in, and there is basically no rain anywhere in the entire state, except for right here on the border. We see just probably a little bit of maybe some sprinkles out there on the border. So what does this mean when we see no precipitation occurring on the Doppler map? What does that mean? That means they're spraying the hell out of us. That's what that means. Okay, so we've got moisture moving in. There's that low pressure trying to bring some rain to our area. And then we have a North Pacific moisture field moving in right on the heels of that low pressure. And there it is. There's the end of the loop. You saw it. Let's go ahead and freeze frame that. Take it right to the end and just sit there and look at that. Look at this. Moving in, and we have no rain anywhere in Central or Southern California. Right there at the end of that loop. And we see the Doppler, nothing is happening. So the entire state, pretty much from Tahoe on down, is being sprayed like bugs. And this is why we have a drought going on in California. And the same people that are pulling these tyrannical stunts in Canada and around this country are the people that are doing this with the weather. Now, looking at the water vapor map, we can see clearly what's going on in a portion of this map. We see the high pressure following that low as it moves over California. Let's watch it again. Right here we have low pressure. We see a little bit of condensation on the east side of that, but you can see that circular high pressure, which is a satellite generated high pressure, and that is literally squashing the top of that low so that no lift can occur in that low pressure system. Look at that right there. It's moving right over California. Between the jet spray in the skies and this activity here, we have no rain. I'm rather incensed about all of it. We're going on, you know, we've had Biden there for a year. And things have accelerated. The weather control and the just everything is wildly out of control. So we're getting gypped. California and Nevada and Arizona, we're all getting gypped out of about 2 or 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of rain. This is coming right out of the North Pacific, right into California, and we should be seeing some serious rain right now, particularly with this low that just moved through. Now looking at the well, there it is. Okay, so this is the surface analysis map for the East Pacific. We see that high pressure is perpetually installed right there, right off of the west coast. And we've got all these lows. Here's a hurricane force low pressure system, 961 millibar, moving, scheduled to move to the east. And we've got high pressure here. We've got several lows up here, which are all being blocked by this thing. This is here all the time. They just move it around, depending on what the weather, the long-term plan is. This year, they're forcing all the weather up and over this low, so that California, Oregon, and Washington don't get very much weather. And most of this is going over the top and down across into the middle of the country, and then of course all this tropical moisture is being allowed to merge with all of this colder weather, and that's causing all the ice storms and all the wild weather, tornadoes, and all the rest of it for the central and east coast of the country. That's what's happening. Normally, I've shown many times the installed high pressure between the tropical flow and the North Pacific, the colder polar flow, which is dropping down. There's always a separation there most of the year, but lately none of that's been working out too well. So, all right, let's take a look once again at look at this right angle right here. Let's go ahead and stop this. Look at that right angle right there. That's a satellite transmitter generated right angle, and that is evaporating and separating the frontal system associated with this vortex right here. Normally, all the moisture wraps around and tries to flow into that low pressure. High pressure flows to low pressure. So we generally see the moisture from these storms traveling back into that low. But that's not what is happening. So the satellite transmitter forces a lot of this moisture to peel off clockwise and away from that vortex, and we see what's happened here. The center of that vortex is completely blocked, and then they pull the power off, and then we see that moisture flow back into that vortex. So we see for a short time we do see that right angle. Let's go ahead and back this up. We can see that again right there. We see the power applied, and that right angle forms up, and all this moisture is being blocked from getting into that vortex. And then as it progresses, we see that the power is taken off, and normal physical phenomena occurs, and we see that moisture try to get back into that vortex there. But they still have it blocked. It's just they're being very careful about these right angles. People are starting to notice these right angle imprints. That's not, Mother Nature doesn't create anything like this in nature. Okay. And that's another reason why the mainstream media, the weather reports you see on mainstream TV, they never show you these satellite maps. They never show you the water vapor map or the long wave IR map. And there's a reason for that. So once again, this is 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of rain coming right in, and we're getting nothing, zero. And that's because of the jets spraying the skies. The upper atmosphere has been blanketed. And since noontime today, our skies have been completely hazed over. It just got worse as the afternoon went on. Let's go ahead and look at the MODIS Today map. Okay, this is the view of the Southern California area. Let's get this thing. Here we are. This is the San Diego area, the border with Mexico right there. As we pan up, this was taken earlier today, so there's not a lot of haze in the very southern part. But as we get up towards Lompoc, right there, and this is Santa Barbara, and then we have Malibu, and in this area, Thousand Oaks, we can see the streaks, chemtrail aerosol streaks, and the haze right there. Look at this as we go further north, because this moisture field is coming down out of the sort of from the west, you know, the northwest. This is moving in. All right, so this gray crap here is the chemtrail aerosol haze. The white stuff is the natural clouds right here. All right, so we see the streaks and the haze and all that, and that's one of the reasons why we're not having any precipitation here in California. Okay, so let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods up in the Bay Area, all the way through the Central Valley, Fresno, Stockton, all you guys in Victorville. You know, if you're watching these videos, let us know what the skies look like today. I'd bet the farm that they were completely hazed over. We don't get any rain when the jets are spraying. That's just a given. That's what happens. That's how they're controlling our weather. That and these satellite transmitters, which are squashing these low pressures, so that there can be no lift from that low pressure in the atmosphere. They're following that low as it moves across, and not allowing any rain in California. Once this gets over into the central part of the country, they'll pull the power off, and we'll see plenty of rain and storms and activity going on there. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. We'll try to get another update sooner rather than later. We'll just leave it right here. Okay, that's it.